Hi everyone. So till last video we have seen how to create the resources on Azure. So we have seen how to create a virtual network. We have seen how to create a storage account. We have seen how to create a resource group. So we'll extend this further and we'll see how to create more resources on Azure. So today I'm going to discuss about the virtual machine, how to create a virtual machine. But before discussing the virtual machine, I hope you understand a virtual machine. Whenever you want to create a virtual machine in Portal also, there are many dependent resources gets created with the virtual machine, and all those dependent resources should be available, then only you can create a virtual machine. So let me talk about those dependent resources. So to create a virtual machine, what we need? First thing, we need a network. Without a network we cannot create a virtual machine. So let's say you need a virtual machine. So what all are the dependent resources? So the first thing is, for virtual machine we need a resource group, that is RG. Second thing, we need a VNet. Inside the virtual network we need a subnet, and with the subnet we need a NIC card. On the NIC card, if you want to assign the public IP, then there should be a public or private IP. Apart from this, what you all need? You need a NSG. You need a disk for that, maybe a OS disk, or if you want to attach an extra disk, then you need a data disk as well. OS disk and data disk. And then you have to specify the user ID and password, user credentials. Before that you need the operating system, which kind of OS you want to create. I mean, which kind of OS you want for your virtual machine. It should be a Linux or Windows. If it is a Windows, then which version of Windows? Is it 2012 R2, 2016? You have to mention all those things. And after that, you need a credentials, user ID and password. You need all those details to create a virtual machine even on the portal, Azure portal also. So same thing if we wanted to do in the Terraform, how we'll do it? So first thing what we have to create, so we'll go with this table and we'll create all the resources one by one. So first thing is resource group. So I already created a resource group. I have a resource group here. You can see the resource group is RAS Terraform, and I'll keep the name of this resource group as RG, the local name. So whenever I want to refer to this resource group, then I'll use this RG. And I'm also providing a tag to this as a owner, and owner would be my name, that is Rahul. So next, what we need to do? So you can copy the code from the portal. So where I went to the registry portal, and here in the registry you have Azure Windows Virtual Machine. So today we'll see how to create a Windows virtual machine. So once you'll click on it, you'll get this code, the entire code. So the first thing it is saying to create a resource group. So we already have a resource group block. So the next thing is a virtual network, and with this virtual network a subnet is also coming. So whatever I have mentioned in that pane, see, all those things are coming. So what I'll do, I'll copy everything from here first, and then we'll paste it in the Visual Studio Code, and I'll explain you everything one by one. So let me copy this boilerplate code from here, and I have pasted on this. So now see what all we are going to create. So resource group, you already understood. We are going to create a resource group. The next thing, we are going to create a virtual network, right? So let me give the local name of this virtual network as VNet. Let me put it as VNet, and the virtual network would be, I'll give Raj virtual network, and the address space. So address space, I'm keeping it as it is. Location. So I want this virtual network location should be the same as my resource group. So I'll refer to that RG, and the resource group name is rg.name. Hope you are understanding this concept now. How to refer to a location means we are referring to the same location as of resource group. So what should be the reference? Azure RM underscore resource underscore group dot the local name of resource group, that is RG dot location. So it will refer to the resource group location. And if you want to refer to the resource group name, then again Azure RM underscore resource underscore group dot the local name of the resource group, that is RG, then dot name. Next, subnet. So I'll give the local name of subnet as subnet. And the subnet name should be internal. Let it be internal, or maybe I can give the name as VM subnet. So let me change the name. I'll give the name of subnet as VM subnet. And again, the resource group, this is rg.name and virtual network name. So what should be the virtual network name? In this case, if I want to refer to this resource, that is virtual network, then I have to use Azure RM underscore virtual underscore network dot vnet dot name. So I have to replace this example with dot vnet dot name. So now it is perfectly fine. The subnet, which the subnet address prefix, I'm taking it as a 10.0.2.0/24. You can take as per your requirement. You can add many subnets inside one virtual network. Just copy paste this block and copy this block and paste it again and just change the address prefix. You cannot overlap this address prefix. That is also not possible in Portal. Next is network interface. So I'll give the local name as NIC. Let me give this name as NIC card. So what is this local interface? That is NIC, NIC, network interface card. Again, the location should be same as resource group location. And the resource group name is again the same as resource group name is rg.name. IP configuration, again subnet ID. So here, what should be the subnet ID? How to refer to the subnet? Azure RM underscore subnet dot the local name of subnet is subnet.id, and here it is providing the private IP address to my subnet. It is taking the private IP address from my subnet and it is assigning to this network interface card, and it is the way of assigning is dynamic. Okay, the next block shows you about the resource. The next resource which we are going to create is virtual machine. So here the virtual machine name, the local name is example. I'll change it as VM. Be very careful while you changing the local name, because you have to refer the same name to all of the resources wherever you are creating this. So the name of this virtual machine is example virtual machine. I'll give it as a VM or maybe Terraform VM, TF VM. So I think this is fine. The resource group name, how will refer the resource group? rg.name, and the location, I have to refer to the resource group location, then rc.location. And then next, the size of the virtual machine. You have to select the size as per your requirement. You can select all the sizes, whatever is available on the portal. You can take any size, maybe B1S, B2MS, and any sizes, whatever is your requirement. You can take that sizes and you can put it here. And then user ID and password. And after that, you have to give the network interface ID. So how we have created the network interface, how we are referring the network interface locally, that is nic.id. So it will take the network interface ID. Next is OS disk. It is creating the OS disk for this virtual machine. And the disk type, account type is standard LRS. If you want to make it as GRS or ZRS, that also is possible. You have to change this block. Then image reference. So it is taking the image as 2016 data center, and it is taking the latest version of 2016 data center. Again, you can change this image reference as per your requirement. If you want 2012 R2, you can put it here, or if you want any other images, you can put it in the SKUs image reference. Now save this code. Whenever you are writing the code, please save the code. If you will not save, you will get the error. Now the next thing you will do, Terraform plan. So basically whatever resources we are going to create, it will show in the plan. You know that. So I'll do the Terraform plan and see whatever resources we have mentioned here, all resources will be created. So one more important thing I just wanted to let you know, you should not remove this block anytime. So whenever you want to write any new code, you just delete it from here and then you write it. And one more thing, whenever you create any resources, then if you want that resource to be with you, then don't delete this code, create a new file and then you put the code in that. Why I'm telling that, I'll let you know in the upcoming videos. So now you see here it is showing we are going to create 5 resources. 5 to add means 5 resources will be created. So what all are those resources? So I'll show you here what all we are going to create. So the first thing it is going to create is it is going to create a neck card, and it is going to create a resource group, it is going to create a subnet, it is going to create a virtual network, it is going to create a virtual machine, and it is also going to create a OS disk. So all the details you can see here. So now if you want to apply this, then what you will do, you will do Terraform apply. But when you put Terraform apply, you have seen every time it asks you for, do you really want to continue or do you really want to create that resource? So you'll put yes. I don't want that should happen. Then I'll put auto and approve. So if you put this flag auto approve, it won't ask you again and again like you want to create this resource, so you have to give yes or no in the second time, right? But if you use this flag, it will not ask you anything, directly it will create the resources. So auto approve is a very useful flag when you are very sure like you want to create these resources, then you can give this flag and automatically these resources will be created. It will not ask you again like if you want to create these resources or not. So the second time it the I mean confirmation will not be asked from the Terraform. So this is the benefit of using this auto approve flag. So great, I have given this Terraform apply auto approve. So now what will happen, all these resources which you are seeing here, everything will be created for you now. So just hold on for a moment, it will take a while and after that it will create the resources. So hopefully everyone understood how to create any resources using Terraform. So once these resources are created, I'll show you. And once this is finished, then after this video, I'll let you know the other concepts like how to use the variable. I'll take it forward and I'll let you know how to use the variable, how to get the output of any resources when it is created. And then after we'll go for the Terraform state management. So how to manage the Terraform state, everything I'll take in the upcoming videos. So keep watching my videos and please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed, and please share with your friends as well. So you can see it started creating the resources. So this is the time to verify. Go to the portal and if you go in the resource group, here you can see the resource group the resource group is created. So it got created, and inside the resource group you can see all the resources are also getting created. So most of the resources are created because still it is creating. Create all the resources got created here. So if you do the refresh, you can see your virtual machine is also created and it is up and running, and whatever resources we have mentioned in the Terraform block, everything is created. So you can see here all the resources are created. Maybe if you go for all resources, then you can find the resource list. So you can see here, this is my different resource group. So you can leave that. Apart from that, whatever was mentioned, everything is created here. So here you can see under the RAS Terraform what all we have created. NIC is created, network is created, virtual machine is created, OS disk is created. Inside the network, you can find the even you can find the subnet as well, and subnet name is VM subnet. So great. So hopefully you understood how to create any resources. So please keep on creating resources by your own. Then only you will get the confidence and then only you'll be able to write any Terraform code. So that's it for today. And in upcoming videos, we'll proceed further with the next topics. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel.